Howdy, howdy. Good morning. Or bad morning. It's morning. And it is number 42. And you know what? Just coincidentally, I was thinking about how I ought to tell the world about the meaning of life. It's cafe. Is that Peru Equator Cafe again? Oh, so good. Oh, by the way, if you're curious, I am assembling granola bites for someone. Not something that I will be eating any of, I can tell you that, though. Not for me. Because exciting things. I am on the way back down to my 9%. Just a couple days, 3 days of being back on the foods, the right foods, and my body fat percentage has gone down every single day by about 0.2% every day. I'm now back down to 10.4 this morning. So, yeah. Because, I didn't change my calories. I didn't change the actual calorie count at all before. I had just changed what the macros were. And for my body does not handle fat well. These granola bites are going to be delicious. I know they are. They got delicious stuff in them. Especially the cashews. Oh, I love cashews. I don't eat cashews anymore because I know that my body does not handle fat well. I minimize it extremely. I know a lot of people push that nowadays about the having your fats, and that's just the 90s food pyramid. It was evil. We need fats or whatever. Different people handle it very well. I know some people who handle high fat diets incredibly well, and it works for them. Doesn't work for me, but anyway. But that helps feed in to the fact of what is the meaning of life, the universe, existence. Well, it's to be 9% body fat, of course. No. It is an interesting debate, of course. Like, what is the thing? And it's like, well, technically, a lot of people would argue biological meaning is to reproduce, to mate, reproduce. That's fair, There's definitely meaning to be found there. I think that the meaning is a little bit more complicated. I'm not an overly metaphysical person, personally. I think that the concept of the metaphysical is useful for explaining ideas, and because of just the way our brains work. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of treat the meaning of life as the meaning of existence as just continuing to exist. It's essentially the desire to continue to exist. Whatever brings that. I was talking to somebody about ultra marathons and how they're things they had never heard of them. And I was telling them about that, and I think it's like called like Badwater or Sandy Water, the one where they go through Death Valley, and they're like, that's not real. And I was like, yes, no, it's real. They were just completely shocked to learn about these things, and uh, they just like, these people are nuts. Like, why, and they mentioned the fact that, these people are obviously nuts for various reasons. It's clearly become an obsession, an addiction that's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, it's like, look, this, it, it's not exactly the healthiest thing, and they are putting themselves at risk. They are going to extremes. And I'm not going to say that everybody should go to these extremes. There is negatives to it. But this is something that they have found helps bring meaning into their lives. What's wrong with that? I can't relate to wanting to do a ultra marathon specifically, but I do other extreme things that people think can be nuts. The mere fact that I drove motorcycle for years and years, every single day, was my daily driver, unless it was raining. Actually, a couple times even when it was raining. I treated a motorcycle as my daily driver, and some people thought that was nuts. So that's unhealthy and it's stupid. Like, it just depends on the person, Whatever, and having the motorcycle did actually help bring me a bit of joy every day. I enjoyed riding. And yeah, it did result in some negative effects. I got a bloody TBI now. So yeah, is going to some things negative? Sure. But at the end of the day, these things, these aspects of existence, they could be providing someone with their motivation to get up every day. And if that motivates you to get up every day because it's a pleasant thing, then I would say that is your meaning. That is the meaning of your life. Or you found some meaning in life that is applied through that. So, pursuing my 9% body fat was applied some meaning in my day-to-day existence. And then, so whenever I lost it, I had to fix that. I was not willing to tolerate that. And some people say, well, it's just unnecessary. You don't need to have a 9% body fat. That's not that important. And I say, well, it is important to me. Is there something wrong with that being important to me? No. Am I hurting myself? No. It's not like I'm saying, yeah, I want to be at a 3% and I'm going to maintain 3%. Like, okay, that would be potentially ill-advised. So as long as you're not actively causing harm, pursuing it's probably okay. And even if there is some harm, hey, it's your life. Do what brings you the meaning. And And doing something like an ultra marathon can be meaningful, even if there is certain negative repercussions to pushing your body in that way. But yeah, no, it's just that. Honestly, I think that that is genuinely the meaning in life is pursuit. You know, there was that interesting pursuit of whatever it is that you find meaningful. There is that bit about dopamine. Everybody likes dopamine, right? Yeah. And they think dopamine, or a lot of people used to refer to it as like a reward thing. Like, oh yeah, it's a reward. No. Dopamine, you get it while you are in pursuit of something. It is the act of pursuing something, of having a goal and seeking that thing. And in fact, a lot of people end up having a drop off after they accomplish something. And so you need to keep being able to pursue. So yeah, it's not a problem. Keep going, you know. Find your meaning, whatever it may be. No matter how crazy it is, no matter what, as long as you're not harming others, I guess I should say. Preferably not harming yourself either. But really, at the end of the day, the only thing I demand is that you're not hurting anybody else. That's the only part of it that I use the word demand. You know, don't harm anybody else. If you if you don't care if it's hurting you, well, as long as you're a consenting adult, then it's your life. I firmly support people living their own lives their own way. So, go for it. Go for whatever craziness makes you want to get up every day. You know? And if it's the number 42, then fantastic. Of course, that's a reference to the book, but yeah. That's what I was thinking about that. You know, just basic stuff. And of course, a lot of people will give me theological bits about the meaning in life. And you know what? If that is the thing that motivates you, if believing that, then hey, I also support that. Once again, so long as you're not harming others. You know, you start trying to force it on me, then we got ourselves some problems. But generally speaking, not an issue. It's all good. Everybody's got their thing going, and it's nothing crazy. But yeah. No, I don't really have much else. Oh, yeah, I did actually. Something that is the opposite of freaking meaning. Something that really pissed me off. One of the things that I had to purchase again for my dietary intake is Atoria's Family Bakery. They have a whole grain and flaxseed bread, flatbread. And I eat my kale, spinach, and elk every day. Wrapped in that flatbread. The flatbread is absolutely delicious. It's nutritious. It is fantastic. And they ship it to you in a box that says on it to keep refrigerated, and that it's meant, it's supposed to be cold and everything. And the damn FedEx person delivered it in the middle of the night without knocking on the door or anything, and it's freaking hot. And it just, there's just no fucking. That pissed me off. I'm trying to be positive usually, but that really pissed me off that they did that. So, yeah. Fuck you, FedEx driver. Do your job on time. Don't be delivering in the middle of the night an item that literally says to keep cold and refrigerated. So, yeah. That I had a real problem with. But, nevertheless, that, I try to be positive usually, but that one really, really annoyed me. It's not the cheapest stuff as far as breads are concerned. I mean, I could have made it myself, I guess, but I just didn't. I don't know. I've never made the flaxseed whole grain flatbread. Maybe I should just make it myself. I think they have a good one though. I generally would recommend it, but I would not recommend ordering it. Maybe if you can find it in a shop near you. I don't know. I don't have any shops near me. But that really irritated me. But yeah. Meaning of the universe is do not screw people over by not properly delivering the item. Do your job the right way. Maybe that should be your motivation to get up every day and do a good job. But anyway. No, I ain't got anything else. And what else could you possibly need? I gave you the meaning of the universe. If you need something more than that, well, I think you're being a bit greedy. So, yeah, have a good one or a bad one. But remember, it's just that you have to get up every day. As long as you got that, you found the meaning of life. So, yeah.